Really, really, really. Today, I want to share with you under this title. Every human being has access to everything that God has created because of the gift that God has given us. God has given us gifts and provided us with everything that we need and everything that we ever need. I've shared this message that when you are imagining, you are searching the mind of God. Mostly, we search the mind of God when we are in need. Men needed clothes. We have a designer. Where do you think a gift of designer come from? When we check in the Bible, a first designer is God himself. He designed clothes for Adam and Eve by the skin of an animal. Man was hungry, needed something to eat. He imagined, he catch an idea of a bread. Where do you think the idea of a bread come from? Jesus said, our ancestors in the desert, God provided them with manna, a bread from heaven. That means a man catching an idea of a bread, he catch the idea that created by God. Because every human being has access to everything that God has created because of the gift that he has given us. Man needed a place to sleep. He imagined, he catch an idea of a house. Where do you think the idea of a house come from? Jesus said, in my Father's house there are many rooms. That means man catching an idea of a house, he catch the ideas that created by God. Because every human being has access to everything that God has created because of the gift that he has given us. So you need to discover your gift. Once you discover your gift, you will know which area you have so much access to what God has created. That is why people who have discovered their gift, we say God has blessed them because you go to them in need, you come back with what you were looking for. Like when you go to a designer, you say, I want this kind of designer. He designed it for you. When you go to an artist, you say, I want this kind of drawing. Then he will draw it for you. When you go to a producer, you say, I want this kind of music. And he produces to you that kind of music. It is because they have access to what God has created in those areas. Every human being has access to everything that God has created because of the gift that God has given us. Now, look at the book of Exodus 31 verse 3. The story of Bezalel. God has filled them with His Spirit to do the work of artistic, designing, to work with gold and silver and bronze. Today, to work with silver and gold and bronze, you have to go to school. That tells you that what we are learning from school is the knowledge that created by God. Man imagining, researching, he was searching the mind of God. Because every human being will have access to everything that God has created because of the gift that He has given us.